often get asked what are the worst medical cases that I have encountered while I was flying. Stay with me. I'm going to share with you the worst medical cases a flight attendant might be faced with. Hello travel lovers! For those of you who don't know me yet, my name is Anna Maria, a former flight attendant with a decade of flying experience. I've created this YouTube channel to help people like you all over the world in achieving your dreams and goals in becoming a flight attendant. On today's episode, I am going to share with you the worst medical cases a flight attendant might be faced with. All flight attendants do receive a first aid training where are taught how to respond in an emergency situation. To renew the flying license, a flight attendant must give an examination yearly that covers the first aid examination as well. What was the worst medical case that I have encountered when I was flying? Cardiac arrest is when the heart stops pumping blood unexpectedly. Is what we call an unexpected death. We are trained to give CPR, but we are not doctors, so we can't really decide if the person passed away or not. Another medical case that is not unusual to see on board of an aircraft is seizure, is what we call epilepsy. Is a burst of uncontrolled electrical activities between the brain cells. A medical case that you could meet on board of an aircraft is choking. It is when a person has difficulties in breathing due to obstructed throat. A chronic condition that you could meet quite often while you're flying is asthma. It does affect the airways in the lungs. Usually, the person that knows that has asthma fly with its own medication, and they do let you know that they have this condition. A chronic disease that you could encounter quite often as a flight attendant, characterized by the elevated blood glucose, is diabetes. Usually, the customers fly with their own insulin. I do remember once a customer gave us the insulin to keep it in the fridge and accidentally we trashed it. We had to open the trash cans just before landing and look for it inside. A medical emergency that could happen on board of an aircraft is childbirth. Luckily, it doesn't happen very often, but when it does happen, a flight attendant must be prepared. Now, why does this happen? Because the mother is afraid to declare the pregnancy for various reasons, and after 37 weeks, you can easily go into labor. A condition that you could meet quite often on a flight is when a person is allergic to something. They do usually know and they are traveling with their own medication. In the most severe cases, the person could get into shock. The worst cases that you could see on board of an aircraft as a flight attendant is when a person travels with the last stage of cancer. Usually they do fly for treatment and they fly with their caregiver. But in case of an emergency, you need to be ready with everything that you have on board of an aircraft to save that person's life. Burn is another condition that you could meet on board due to the fact that the customer will spill a hot drink on themselves. DVT or deep vein thrombosis is another condition that a customer could fly with, and a flight attendant must be able to give a first aid treatment. Some people do have a very sensitive stomach, and a condition that you will see quite often on a flight is diarrhea. A flight attendant must know what medication to administer and monitor the passenger because you never know, they could get worse. For any questions you might have regarding the lifestyle of a flight attendant or how to become a flight attendant, I created specially for you a monthly live event on my Facebook page. In order for you to be able to participate at my live event, make sure you do follow me so you don't miss the notification. I thank you so much for watching, and if you did find this information useful, do let me know in the comments down below. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and why not like it. Until next time we meet, let your wings spread and fly as high. Sky is your limit, and who knows, I'll meet you up in the sky.